Hello everyone, I welcome you all to today's session of the daily quiz. I hope all of you are doing good and you have read today's news story. As you know, every single day at 9 p.m. I have this session where we test your day-to-day knowledge from daily current affairs. Before we begin today's quiz, I have an extremely important announcement for all of you. The prelims are about 6 months away, and this thus is an extremely crucial time for all of you who are planning to write the exam in this attempt. And that is why I am launching a course on my app, which is the Prelims 2026 Current Affairs course and test series. This course is aimed at covering current affairs of 15 months before the prelims exam. So the prelims exam is in May 2026. So we'll be starting to cover current affairs in this course from Feb 2025. The course will have classes only on Saturday and Sunday. So we will be covering this week by week starting from Feb 2025. The course starts on 13th of December. And again, the classes will be on Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. The classes will be on my Android app. For those of you who have already downloaded my app, great. If not, the name of my app is Harshmeet Study Circle. The link to download the app is in the description of this video. You'll also get the class recordings if you're not able to watch the class live, or if you want to watch the class once again. After each class, I will also have a Zoom call with everyone so that you can ask any doubt that you would want. Because one problem, students say they have an online class, they are not able to ask the doubts. In the class also, you can ask the doubt in your chat. Otherwise, also, you can ask the doubt after class in a Zoom call. Each week after the two classes, we will have a weekly test based on the syllabus that we get. And when the course ends, I'll give you 10 full-length mock tests as well with special focus on current affairs. The idea is to have a test series and the prelims current affair revision, both of them go side by side. Again, to enroll for the course, you can download my app. The name is Harshmeet Study Circle. The link is in the description of the video. If you want any other information about this, my phone number and my email ID are all given in the description of the video. You can contact me on that. Let's begin then with the first question of the day. The RBI is examining banks' growing use of synthetic securitization structures. Why can such structures pose systemic risk if not transparently reported? They permanently remove credit risk from banks' balance sheet. They transfer risk to investors while keeping economic exposure with banks, creating hidden leverage. They eliminate the need for capital adequacy norms, or they guarantee higher profits regardless of underlying loan performance. What is the point behind synthetic securitization structures? Now, this is a way for the banks to transfer all the risk of their work into the investors who have invested money in the bank. While the banks play safe, most of the risk, if the banks go bad, will be transferred to the investors. And this is why the RBI has flagged this concern. The answer here is B. The structure is made to move any of the risk they have off their balance sheet, and they try to reduce their exposure to any bad decision. Moving to question number 2. A state enacts a law regulating digital marketplaces citing public order. While Parliament already has a law on digital commerce, what principle will determine this constitutionality? In other words, if the state makes a law on a matter where Parliament already has made a law, which of these will determine whether it will be constitutional or not? State law prevails because e-commerce is a state subject? Not really. Parliamentary law prevails if the subject falls under union concurrent list and the state law is repugnant. This is correct. As you know, the 7th schedule contains 3 lists: union, state, and concurrent. On concurrent list subjects, that is, such as digital marketplaces, we can have both center and the state passing their laws. If there is an overlap, the center government law or the parliament law will prevail. One exception is if the state government bill was given assent by the President of India, then within that state, the state law will be applicable. The answer thus in this case is B. Moving on to third question for the day's quiz. Recent IMD reports note unusually warm Arabian Sea surface temperatures during pre-monsoon months, which is the most likely effect on the Indian monsoon. So if the Arabian Sea temperatures are warmer as compared to usual during pre-monsoon season, what is the impact? Does it mean strong suppression of monsoon onset in Kerala? Means the monsoon will be delayed. Enhanced moisture availability, stronger early season monsoon surges? Yes. So when we have unusually warm temperature, That means there will be much more evaporation, there will be much more moisture that will be available for the rains, and it will have much stronger early season monsoon surge. So we can have a stronger monsoon coming up in the next season. The answer thus here is B. Moving on to question number 4. ISRO's orbital debris roadmap stresses high fidelity propagation models. What do these models primarily track? Nuclear signatures from satellites, long-term evolution of orbits under gravitational anomalies, drag, solar pressure, and debris interaction. Do they drag only atmospheric drag or track only atmospheric drag on LEO, that is low Earth orbit satellite, or they track telemetry errors arising from ground stations? Again, what do the high fidelity propagation models track? The answer here is B. They track how orbits evolve in the long term, how in the long term there may be certain changes in the path that the satellites take and how corrections are required because of factors such as the solar drag, solar pressure, drag, etc. Thus, the answer here again is B. Moving on to question number 5 then. A region shows high MSP procurement of wheat but stagnant rural incomes, which is the most plausible explanation. So high MSP procurement but still rural income is not rising. Why? MSP automatically raises all farm income? No. MSP benefits only farmers who produce marketable surplus. Small marginal farmers may not gain proportionally. This is correct. A lot of farmers that are small and marginal farmers, that is up to 2 hectares of land, for them most of the produce that they have is actually consumed within the family and they don't really have to go to the market. And when they don't go to the market, they're not selling, they're not being able to take advantage of high MSP. And that is why MSP will not have a positive impact on them. So the answer here is B. MSP does not impact all the farmers. Moving on to question number 6. Recent archaeological survey of India work revealed early medieval mural fragments at Bagh caves. These caves are primarily associated with which artistic tradition? Bagh caves, I'm sure all of you would have read in ancient history. Gupta period Buddhist mural school, Indo-Greek figurative art, Shola fresco tradition, or Gandhar stucco school. Which of these is associated with the Bagh caves? This is the Gupta period Buddhist mural school. This is around the same time or the same period as the Ajanta caves. The famous Ajanta caves are also built around the same time. Next is question number 7. In equity markets, regulators observed a rise in latency arbitrage. What does this term mean? Investors profit from long-term macroeconomic trends. Gains are made by exploiting microsecond differences in data transmission speed between trading venues. Profits earned by holding stock overnight or cross-border arbitrage between FPI and FDI flows. The answer here is B. What latency arbitrage means is gains that are made by exploiting microsecond difference in data transmission speed. I'll give you an example. You know, the live TV that you see or the live matches that you see, for example, are not exactly live. There is a delay of few seconds. So let's say a ball is bowled on a television screen, it might be shown 5 seconds, 7 seconds later. Now what happens here, what used to happen was, in the stadium, there used to be agents who know what happened on this ball. And they will tell their friend who is sitting and taking bets from the people. So they are betting from the people that please bet what will happen on the next ball, while their friend is already telling them what has already happened. So they were taking advantage of this slight delay in the transmission. This is what happens in this case as well because of latency, that is delay in sending on the signals. Because of this, the traders try to exploit that and earn money. The answer thus here is B. Next, question number 8. Which ISRO mission first used X-band synthetic aperture radar (SAR) for high-resolution Earth observation? This is difficult. RISAT-1, RISAT-2BR-1, Cartosat-3, or OceanSat-2? Which of these used for the first time X-band synthetic aperture radar? The answer is RISAT-2BR-1. It's a very factual kind of a question. These questions may get asked sometimes, so it's important to know these things as well, because these, when they're in the news, can be asked for the examination. Now the last question for the day. Which of the following committees is correctly matched with its domain? Sarkariya Committee, Administrative reforms in Panchayat? No, it was for center-state election. PV Rajmannar Committee for center-state elections? Yes. PV Rajmannar Committee was formed by the Tamil Nadu government to look into center-state elections. It's an odd thing because usually a committee to look into center-state elections is usually made by the central government, but this committee was made by the state government. The answer here thus is B. This brings me to the end of today's quiz. I hope you got most of the questions right. Do tell me in the comment section how many did you get right. And if you have any queries about the prelims, test series, come crash course for current affairs, you can contact me on the given number and email ID in the description of the video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Jai Hind.